Hello, sir.
Hello.
All
How's it
right.
going today?
How's it going today? Other than the fact that we've got all kinds of fucking technical difficulties right off the fucking bat, I need everybody to get off the internet everywhere.
Post haste.
Right. Post the haste. Oh, fuck. So annoying.
Don't they know that we need the internet now? Come on.
All right. Yeah. So we apologize in advance. You're going to hear garbled bullshit, sound like robot. Nothing we can do about it. Don't listen, I guess. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
No, listen more. Come on. Don't tell people not to listen.
Rewind it and listen to it again.
Right.
Yeah, actually, if you have any questions about what is said today, if the audio gets all garbage, email anthony.who'srightpodcast@gmail.com and ask him what was said.
Right. And I'll be sure to remember and tell you.
Right.
Just give me a timestamp and I'll tell you what we said. Or I'll ignore you. One of the two. I'm not sure.
All right. Shit. So, big news in the podcast world.
Oh, boy.
I am now proud to announce that I am partnered with Kaya from the official podcast and Carl from Who Are These Podcasts. Have you listened to an episode yet?
Yeah, sort of. I tried.
Don't say it like that. You're just fucking jealous that you're not part of this.
I kind of am. Why can't I be a part of that? The whole piss pod or whatever the fuck you called it.
So what it is it's called the Pea Pod. So I figured it would be best to explain it. I'm going to play the genesis of this.
Okay.
Kaya was a guest on Who Are These Podcasts?
Okay.
And apparently they came up with this idea.
Oh.
Anchor FM, is it like some spyware shit where you have to download it to your computer and all? That's their business plan. They data mine all of these idiots' computers.
That makes sense.
That's all I can.
Know.
That's all I can imagine.
Yeah, right.
I don't know how else they would make money off of these retards.
You get paid for every single download, Kaya. You don't have to have listeners. You can still make money using Anchor.fm. Even if you have 3 listeners,
Right?
You can make money.
How is it? This feels like a secret Chinese plot. Like, is this owned by China, like TikTok?
Yes. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I want to get to the bottom of who owns Anchor.fm because this seems nefarious. There's something going on here.
I think what you need to do is an Anchor.fm episode where you just prowl Anchor.fm for podcasters who clearly are only podcasting because it's free. And that's it, really. Just they're podcasting because it's free, and you get to the bottom. You do some investigative journalism and get to the bottom of who the fuck is bankrolling this. What Russian oligarch, what Chinese mogul is bankrolling Anchor.fm? Because this is clearly not a legitimate venture.
I'm going to throw out an idea. You, me, and Doug, we put together a show. It's a new podcast, and it's about... Each episode's about 45 to 60 seconds long. And we put it out using Anchor FM. It's only an Anchor read. That's all we do. It's like, hey, it's Carl and Kai and Doug. Hey, how's it going, everybody? You got to use Anchor.fm. It's the way to get paid.
So what this turned into was
that same episode
the Pea Pod.
Yeah.
Every episode is one of us pissing.
Episode 3. Let's see if we can make money on that. Let's scam the system.
How are you rich yet?
Right. Want to try this? And I'm serious.
So here's the interesting thing.
Jointly owned by the 3 of us. And all it is us doing the Anchor.fm read, the ad read, while we record ourselves pissing.
Yes.
Every time we piss, we record an episode, just the splashing sounds. We put it up.
I will have you know
sense.
that I've made more money off the Pea Pod than I did the first 2.5 years of Who's Right.
Really? Was that like 45 cents?
I'm not at liberty to disclose the financial situation of the peapod.llc or whatever. But I will say that I'm not doing too shabby. I am literally getting paid to piss. It is an amazing thing.
Crazy. So if it was just Kaya and Carl talking, how did you get involved in it? And why didn't I get involved in it? Why don't I get any money out of this? I know how to piss.
How about I will bring you on as a guest pisser.
Thanks. I don't need your fucking pity.
I would have
Okay,
given
damn it,
you.
oh, come on. I just wanted to make it clear that I don't need your pity.
Like I said, I will bring you on.
Mhm.
I will give you 1/10 of my third of that episode's downloads in the first 2 days.
That's so complicated. Can you just give me $60? That'd be so much easier.
So anyway-
if we can agree to $60, I'm in, and you have your name recognition behind your guys' new podcast.
I'm gonna have to run that past my partners. I'm assuming the answer is no.
$40.
Tell you what,
That's not how to negotiate, is it?
you give me $5,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll let you keep all the money that episode generates all the way across the board.
It's tempting.
And you can be associated with the Peapod podcast.
That's the main thing. I mean, it's, I'm getting paid in cred or whatever you call it. Fucking
P-Cred.
P-cred, whatever the fucking word is.
All right. Before we get started, looks like we got a quick super chat from Chewy the Third. Says hi. Thanks for that.
Hey, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Um,
Chewy the Third. Shout out to Chewy the Third.
all right. Get that shit out of the way. Okay.
All right.
So do you want to do the we should have the 15 minutes that we had when we were fighting the technical difficulties.
Uh-huh.
It might not have been a bad idea to talk about what we wanted to talk about. Fuck it.
We literally didn't even figure out what we're going to talk about.
And go.
I
All right.
think we've gotten some feedback that we should be more prepared for the show. Let's try that next week.
Doesn't that seem boring?
Yes. But I mean, boring, but probably a good idea, maybe. I don't fucking know. I don't have a half an hour to spend getting ready for this show. Come on.
It's you know what's great is we have had relationships. We've had relations with some people that have done fairly well in podcasting.
Right.
And Carl. And
right.
but they all give us the same feedback.
Uh-huh.
So this most recent one, I don't necessarily want to say who it was from because then it's like
Yeah.
I'm trying to talk shit.
Yeah, right. I don't either.
But it's somebody that makes a living podcasting.
Mhm.
And he listened to an episode of our show, and it was like, it was kind of like when somebody shows you a picture of an ugly baby, and it's like, well, he's wearing blue. I mean,
Definitely got all 10 fingers and 10 toes. That's a good thing.
he looks like he eats. But it was feedback that I guess I expected to get.
Sure.
You guys should prepare more. It sounds like one of you didn't understand that there was a bit happening.
That had to be you because everything's a bit to me. Maybe it was me. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so-
I hate feedback like that when he says one of you this or one of you that, but doesn't specify, because then that leaves me and you to decide which one of us it was. And in my mind, if it's a bad thing, it was you. And if it's a good thing, it's me.
Which is funny because that's exactly how my mind works. My feedback is always, the funny one. I'm like, well, okay, that's me.
Right. So anytime you're going to give us feedback, please just tell us which one you're talking about. It makes it easier on our end. And that's what's important here.
All right.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I think that one of the things that we had talked about was working on our transitions.
Mhm.
We wanted to let people know when we were transitioning.
Mhm.
So we're transitioning.
Right. Is that how we're going to do it?
I think what we should do, because I really want this to sound more professional.
Mm-hmm.
So can you do transition sounds? Like, That's a really, really fucking long transition.
All right, hold on. Is that better?
Fuck it. Yeah. All right.
Quick
So
one.
we're transitioning to this pit bull story.
Right.
This was sent in to us by Gates in Discord. Thank you, Gates. Appreciate it. Always appreciate when people do our show prep for us.
Absolutely.
You know what? That's what our feedback should have said, is that our listeners aren't doing the proper show prep.
That would be awesome. I think we should give feedback. We should give feedback on our own show and say that the listeners aren't doing a good enough job.
What? So when I got that email, I should have said, all right, I'll forward this on.
Forward this on to the listeners. Oh God.
All right.
This fucking thing that you sent me has no headline.
Okay, so don't worry about it.
Make
one up.
It's just weird. I've never seen one like this before.
Make up a headline. Do you even know what the story's about?
No.
Okay, so make up a headline. That's even better.
All I've got is
Just make up a headline.
I am Buffalo, New York, garbage man finds dead baby in garbage can.
All right. Lockport, New York. Police say DNA results show no human involvement in the sexual assault of a 2-year-old boy.
I was
Whoa.
close. This sucks.
Police Chief Neil Merritt says they were confident of witness reports even before the scientific evidence was in. There's quotes.
I don't think that there's any doubt because there's a number of witnesses because this occurred inside. Then the dog ran out onto the porch.
This sounds like we're just skipping all over the place, but
I
that's
know. I have no idea what's. You're reading straight in line, but I have no idea what's going on.
my brain's not processing these words.
No.
Let's try this again.
All right.
So I want you to do this as a Hispanic detective who's 3 days away from retiring.
Okay. That's pretty specific, but I'll try.
So at some point he's going to say, I'm getting too old for this shit.
See, too old for this shit.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to focus.
All right.
Lockport, New York police say DNA results show no human involvement in the sexual assault of a 2-year-old boy July 8th. Police Chief Neil Merritt says they were confident of witness reports even before the scientific evidence was in.
Andale, arriba! I don't think that there's any doubt because of the... Oh, jeez, I can't read that fast. I fucked that all up.
How about just an Irish American? How about just I almost said your full name.
Oh, God. Oh, I don't think that there's any doubt because there's the number of witnesses. Because... Shut up. Because of this occurred inside, then the dog ran outside.
The boy's mother...
Fucking it up.
The boy's mother told police.
We should have at least read one fucking line longer. I can't do a woman's voice.
The boy's mother told Lockport police that she left her 2-year-old unattended for a short time, and after hearing the baby scream, she ran to see what was wrong. When she got in the room, she told Lockport police the dog, named Bear, had sodomized the toddler.
What the fuck?
Did you just laugh, you sick bastard?
Yes, it's funny.
When she
Dog
got
fucked the baby. That's funny.
Well, when she got in the room, she had sodomized the toddler. The mother screamed.
Did you lose your place?
No, I was waiting for a scream.
Oh.
Okay, we're doing this is our new this is episode 2 of our gay true crime podcast.
Why's it gotta be gay or even true?
Okay, so I'm gonna need sound effects for the rest of this. All right,
All right. Okay. Gotcha.
get on the ball.
Okay.
The mother screamed, scaring the dog out of the house.
Whoa. Whoa, I gotta go.
Dogs don't talk, motherfucker.
Damn it. This one does.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my God.
But the dog was still attached to the baby.
Get off my dick, baby.
Oh fuck.
Oh God, what the fuck is going on with this story?
It sounds like your dog's got a little bit of soul in him. Get off my dick, big baby. One neighbor told WGRZ TV she heard the mother screaming.
Oh, the dog is ripping my baby. I really got to get into voice acting, man. This is great.
Neighbors ran to help, but only one man was able to get the dog and child apart.
Get off that baby.
Anastasio Costello says,
I tried to get the dog away from the baby. The dog was already inside the baby.
when the baby was finally free, he was visibly sick. Well, no shit, he was visibly sick. Costello says the boy was vomiting and bleeding. Oh my God.
Just sounds like a regular porno to me. I don't.
The baby's mascara was clearly running down the baby's face. The baby was rushed to Women and Children's Hospital where the toddler underwent reconstructive surgery. Hospital
Sounds like a regular porno.
Hospital officials are no longer verifying that he is a patient there. Lockport police say they continue to investigate how a pit bull sodomized a toddler. I think we know how that works.
That should have been the title of the whole article. This is that sentence.
So this explains why there's no headline. Like,
it isn't okay. So it's not just me. That's weird that there's no headline, right? It just starts out. I mean,
okay. So let's pretend that you're the reporter for this.
Mm-hmm.
What would you title it?
Pitbull sodomizes baby. Why wouldn't you? I mean, you know that way. You know what you're getting into.
He's still in the baby.
Pitbull sodomizes baby and then drags him outside, still attached to his penis.
All right. Transition sound to Super Chat. Mr. Pennybottom, you ever been so depressed that the old lady you're beating up doesn't even make you smile anymore? Isn't that like an old fucking joke or something?
If it is, I never heard it. But no, I've never been that depressed.
All right. Yeah.
I'm not sure what that answer means.
I think that was the question.
All right.
Transition out of Super Chat. Transition into Men Who Pause. So this is great. We don't even have to worry about.
It's like you got a button now. I put this on here and I don't even remember what this is. Oh yeah, now I remember. Did you read this one?
I did. I did all kind. I read everything you put on here this week.
Yay.
Oh fuck. Transition to Super Chat. Fritzy says, we had nothing to do with that baby, I swear. Fritzy is a
pit bull.
He is anything but a pit bull.
He's our pit bull neighbor. Wait, he's a raccoon, isn't it? Pit bull, raccoon, same thing.
Fritzy is a furry. Did we have him on the regular episode?
No, I think it was just a bonus episode, wasn't it?
Don't say just a bonus.
I think it was a super spectacular bonus show, wasn't it?
It was the best bonus ever. We should give an update. We now get our money for Super Chats.
Oh, yeah. yeah. We're official now.
That should stop people from doing it.
Right.
All right.
We're all about transparency here.
Yeah, well, fuck it. Why not? I mean, who gives a shit?
No. Why would we start not telling people shit now? We tell everybody else everything behind the scenes all the time. That's what we've done all along, you know?
All right. Can I get a transition back to the story?
That was a long one.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sorry.
I want to buy a different transition pack. This one's
The
fucking
buttons
retarded.
don't work right every time.
All right. My 15-year-old transgender son is going through menopause, and I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, that is the exact response that I was looking for. God, how much more of this can we handle?
So I don't know how much of this. My 15-year-old son started feeling nauseous and a bit off a couple of weeks ago. He skipped dinner and headed to bed early, but the next morning he still wasn't himself. The nausea had lifted, but it was replaced with sweats and hot flashes. It couldn't have been something he ate because we'd all been eating the same food. Because nobody has different reactions to food, you stupid
Right.
cunt. God damn it. And it would be bizarre if he'd caught anything because my house has been on a pretty strict lockdown for weeks due to the coronavirus pandemic. It's when we started Googling the symptoms that the penny dropped. I've never heard that phrase before, have you?
Nope, not the penny dropped. No, why would that? That doesn't even make any sense. Where would that phrase even come from? I understand the other shoe dropped, the hammer dropped, the penny dropped.
All
No,
right. So symptoms that the penny dropped. My son was going through menopause. I've never heard that phrase before, have you?
nope.
It's fucking stupid.
So the main takeaway, I guess, is that the kid's taking hormones to block puberty, and those hormones cause early onset diabetes or early onset whatever menopause. So, and the mom is proud now. That was the part that got me. My son is going through menopause, and I'm proud. What could you possibly have to be proud of that your son is going through menopause? Where would the pride come in?
Look what I created.
Look at the monster that I made.
She's like a regular old fucking Dr. Frankenstein.
So even if you had a daughter and your daughter was going through menopause at 16 years old, is that something to be proud of?
Yeah, you take pride in that. When
Well,
my
yeah,
son,
I guess that's different because then you know your daughter's not going to get pregnant.
when my son's nuts dropped, I told everybody at work. I told all kinds of.
Did you really? Oh God! Did you say? I've been checking for weeks and they finally dropped.
Here's a cigar.
Oh fuck!
So there's a one thing in here that struck me.
Mm-hmm.
Once that estrogen tide goes out, that's when a short and sharp menopause can hit.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, the only side effect is potential bone brittleness from a loss of calcium. So we're being vigilant about ensuring he's keeping up his vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're giving your daughter, no, your
So
your
confusing,
son-
isn't it?
what did this thing? Was it born a boy or transitioned to a boy?
I think it transitioned to a boy.
Okay, so you're giving your girl
Mm-hmm.
these drugs that
Mhm.
stops puberty from happening,
Right.
and it causes their bones to get brittle.
Right. So you got to make sure they take vitamins because
So think about that. Like if your kid comes to you and says, "Hey, I want to take these drugs that will cause me to shatter." Like,
yes.
what if this is how Mr. Glass was formed from Unbreakable? What if
Yeah.
what if it was like Sheena L. Jackson before?
And then his mom was like, "So you want to have brittle bones, huh? All right, let's go for it." Maybe puberty is just a normal part of people's lives and they should just go through it, don't you think? And maybe that's why it makes your bones brittle, because you need those fucking hormones, you dum-dums.
Dum-dums.
So I don't like I said, the main thing I got out of this was that this mom is proud that her son is going through menopause, which tells me that this has literally nothing to do with the son, daughter, anything. It has to do with the mom performing like, look how great I am and look how progressive I am to all of her friends on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna if you have a kid
Mhm.
and you spend the first whatever dozen years of that kid's life
Mhm.
buying it dresses and shit,
Mhm.
and now or she says that he wants a dick, or she wants a
She
dick.
wants a dick, yeah.
You're either gonna put a gun to your head or you're gonna start saying, "Yay!"
Yay! Like it's so bad that you're like manic, like trying to convince everybody else that you're happy about it.
Yeah,
You think that could be? I mean, you might be right. Like,
it's probably the same thing like a cuck, right?
yeah.
Oh no, man, I'm really into this. My wife getting railed.
Good. You got any more dudes that can come over and fuck my wife at the same time? That'd be great.
No, man, she really don't even like it. It's all for me.
she, she asked me if she could stop, and I said no.
It's fine. I prefer to sit over here in the chair in the corner.
She even lets me masturbate sometimes.
Sometimes she lets me clean her up.
Oh my god. Terrible. Just terrible. All right.
Transition, please. Coupons.
Coupons.
All right, so you pulled this story. It's not a story; it's a post from Reddit.
Yeah, this was a Reddit post that I found quite a while ago that I just, it's so off the wall that it made me it's a head scratcher. Has anyone considered that coupons might be misogynistic? Nope. Nope. Nobody's ever considered that.
So, did you read the whole post?
Yeah.
Okay, so the thought behind it is, let's see if I can remember the poster or the original poster, whatever, is suggesting that maybe coupons are misogynistic because they
So it's okay.
force women. It's fucking stupid. I read this and I'm like, why did he put this up here?
Right? It's so
What am I supposed to do with this?
Because it's so like some of the things that like people come up with, I'm wondering like how do things like this pop into people's heads? When do people have time to think of dumb things like this? Like what it makes me think that we really need to go back to where like people are starving and like most of your time is consumed with figuring out how you're going to find your next meal, because all of the idle time that we have, this is what comes out of it. Just stupid garbage.
I don't think that'll work.
Why?
I spend all my time thinking about where my next meal's coming from.
That's not quite what I meant. Isn't it funny how when you're really, really large, you spend a lot of time thinking about food, and when you're really, really skinny, we gotta find a middle ground, man. Damn it. You threw off my whole son of a bitch. This says to me, coupons keep women in a cage. If their obsession with couponing stems from being a bit less affluent and actually needing to coupon, the problem seems cyclical. This whole post is about how women's jobs is to shop and things like that. It never once does the irony that while the women are doing the housework or shopping, or the man is expected to do all of the work that brings in the money. So in the feminist idea, it's like men just sit around and women take care of the house and the bills just kind of pay themselves. It's just such a weird worldview to have, man.
Okay, so misogynistic, that means women are stupid, right?
Yeah, it means you hate women.
Okay, so what's the opposite of that? Like if feminist?
No.
Oh, right.
What the fuck is there is a word. What the fuck is it? Misogyny is the hatred of women. God damn it. There's a fucking word and I can't think of it.
All right, I'm gonna fucking Google it.
Are you just looking at the opposite of misogyny?
Yes.
God damn it! Why can't I fucking think of this word?
How do you spell misogyny?
MISOGYN or something. Misogyny.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Misandry. Misandry.
Misandry. Yeah.
Misandry is the hatred of or contempt for or prejudice against men or boys in general.
There you go. Misandry.
So I don't even remember why I needed to know that. I needed to know that for my question.
Oh. Do you
then
remember what your question was?
No, I forgot it.
That's cool.
Okay. Let's see if I can get back in the train of thought here. So this woman, yeah, again, man, I don't know why you put this on here.
If my friends didn't have to spend so much time trying to find ways to save money on processed food, maybe they could get a degree.
No,
That is so awesome. Just that statement is amazing.
do you guys do coupons?
Yeah. I mean, she's not like really into it, but she'll use them when she has them.
Okay. Do you do coupons?
Yeah. If she says, "Hey, go to the store. I need this. Here's the coupon." Yeah. I mean, I don't like go out of my way to look for them or anything. No.
Yeah. Okay. So, like for me, it's even if I buy something and it's got the coupon on it, chances are I won't use it. And it's not because I'm against it. It's just not in my thought process. Like,
Really?
yeah, this is $5. It's not worth the effort for me to tear this off and get a quarterback. Like, I'll just keep that in I'll rip it off at home and I'll put it in my jar. And then I have like 40 of them. So that's worth like $10.
Not quite sure that's how it works, but okay. So that's weird because I mean, I'm not that far, if I can pay less for something, why would you not want to?
Oh.
Strange.
Hey, you want to transition into a video discussion real quick?
Yeah.
All right. So we have some guy. I'm going to put this up on the screen if you want to take a look.
We have some guy.
I want everybody to acknowledge this. Thomas Willison has figured out that I have a green screen. Fuck you, dummy.
You like peeled back the fourth layer, literally. Or is that the third layer? I don't know. Whatever the fourth wall or whatever.
Go back to detective school. All right. Transition back into the show. Shit, I just transitioned right out of all the articles.
Transition back into the articles.
I'm about over the transitions.
That didn't take long.
What do we got? Why don't you do the
I thought we were transitioning into some kind of video or something.
I already did. I transitioned, told him to go fuck himself, and then transitioned back.
Oh, all right, cool. All right. So what are we doing? Our promo read?
Sure, yes. Why don't you do the promo read?
Perfect. Oh God. Excuse me. Transition. That way you know where to cut it too. I kind of like that.
Like I'm going to listen to this shit.
I know. For anybody else listening, that's where we would have cut it if we edited. So if
And we would have taken that out in post.
Right. Like there's ever a post.
Hey, did you get your new package from Manscaped?
I did. They sent me a new t-shirt and some more ball deodorant. They must think my balls really stink.
So they're spending a lot of time worried about my balls. So I got this, I just got mine today, so I haven't had a chance to use them. Have you used the Crop Mop ball wipes yet?
I have not. I kind of want to save them for a special occasion.
If
I ever renew my vows or anything.
I'm thinking about using one right now.
Like live on the air?
Yeah, I'm not going to whip my fucking junk out. Most of it's hanging below the table and off my chair.
Gross. All right, go ahead. I'll narrate.
Okay. Are you looking at the screen? Can you see me?
I am.
Okay. So I need you to narrate, and make sure you get our promo code in there twice. Spell it out. Say it slow so everybody can find it.
Gotcha.
And make sure you talk about what they get if they use our promo code at manscaped.com.
Can you tell me what they get? I already forgot.
20% off and free shipping.
Okay, thanks. Back into the show.
All right. All right. Now you have to narrate while I'm...
All right. So Doug here is going to open up the ball wipes. We got these, a crop mop. Is that what they're called? The crop moppers?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the crop moppers individually. He's smelling it. It smells good, obviously. He's not sick at all. Everything looks good.
I'm not putting this on my dick.
You're not. He said he's not putting it on his dick. He's smelling it again. You can get 20% off and free shipping at Manthong or at manscaped.com with promo code Manthong20. Did you just use the man crop mopper to fucking wipe off your spunk lube?
No, I was wiping off the Manscaped Preserver ball deodorant.
Awesome.
Which I don't know that I'd put this on my balls either.
I would. It smells good. I use it all the time. That was my second favorite part of the package. I think it smells good. No? Did you just get ball deodorant on your nose?
It kind of smells like my grandpa. This is weird. I got flooded with memories.
Oh boy. maybe your grandpa put that on his balls. What are you doing?
I'm smelling. What you're telling me? You just all willy nilly wipe shit on your balls without knowing what it smells like?
I ripped open the package, dumped it on the couch, ripped open the other package, and started rubbing the shit on my nuts instantly. And then I was like, "Oh shit, this is a t-shirt."
This is a baby. Why was there a baby in the mail?
Why was there a baby in the mail?
All right, what? So this is foot deodorant.
Yeah. You gonna spray that on your balls too?
I'll spray that on my balls. I'm good with that. I trust that shit.
I'm pretty sure the foot deodorant is for your butthole.
I don't.
No.
How did you get from A to B on that?
I don't know. Everything's for your butthole if you use it on your butthole.
Okay, so Anthony, will you use crop mop on your balls?
Is that the wipes? Yes, absolutely.
Okay, next week will you talk about how it is?
Yes.
And I might just give mine away if somebody wants a.
14 crop mops.
Yeah, why wouldn't I just stick my dick in rubbing alcohol? I mean, it's the same thing.
Why? I don't have a response to that. Why would you stick your dick in rubbing alcohol?
I like the clippers.
Yeah, me too.
The nut clippers.
I like the clippers and I like the fucking ball lotion, the ball deodorizer. That's my favorite part is the ball deodorizer.
Now I'm kind of liking the smell of this.
Okay, I think I might be to the point where I need to shave my nuts again. So we'll see how the second time around goes.
All right, I'll fucking clean my hands off.
All right, manscaped.com, promo code Manthong20, 20% off, free shipping.
Thank you.
Thank you, manscaped.com.
That's what I was trying to get to. All right. So what should I do with these? Should I give them away?
Yes. If you're not going to use them, might as well.
Okay. Do you want them?
No. Well, I mean, if you want to send them to me, what fun is that? Give them.
I thought that would be funny to say, dummy.
All right, we're going to have a contest, but he's really just going to send them to me.
All right.
Should we figure out how we're going to do our contest or not? Are we not talking about that yet?
Yeah, we're not. The contest is for patrons only. We're not talking about it on this show. We're not using it for promo purposes. We're using it to give back to the community.
Gay.
There-
So gay.
it would be fucking douchey if we were to talk about how we're going to give $100 away to one of our patrons.
Would it?
Yes, and I'm not going to do it.
All right, fine. I guess we'll just give $100 away and not talk about it.
Over at patreon.com/who's right is who the people are that will be up for the winnings that we're not going to talk about.
We're not talking about it.
All right. Man Thong 20 done. So this I am really looking forward to.
All right.
Did you see this shit about the coronavirus making people black?
No, I did not. I've heard that the coronavirus is attacking black people more than
No. Get off that mindset.
That's all I've heard. That's the only thing I've heard. I haven't heard this.
All right. So Wuhan doctors who were critically ill with coronavirus wake up to find that their skin has turned dark after virus damaged their liver. All right. So if you take a look at the screen here. So here's the before and after pictures of these doctors.
What? No. That can't be real.
It is real.
That one on the top right doesn't even look like a Chinese person.
2 Chinese doctors who were critically ill with COVID-19 have seen their skin turn dark after being brought back from the brink of death. Dr. Yai Fan and Dr. Wu Weifenberg. Anyway.
Wu Weifenberg? Is he Jewish and he's Jewish and Chinese?
Yeah, that's what, Chinese?
Awesome.
Chinaman?
He's a Chinaman. I love it.
Okay, so look, get back on the screen, see the pictures.
Yep.
So on the top left, so this is the before picture of Dr. Wuhan
Yeah.
or whatever. What's his voice? What do you picture his voice to look like in that picture?
I'm thinking, oh, how are you today, Mr. Doug?
Now, what about the second picture?
Hey, what's up, brother? that's what I would guess.
You got that motherfucking coronavirus, motherfucker.
This motherfucking coronavirus got me down, man.
So here's what I like. So Kaya sent me the original article, and then he's been sending me updates as they've gotten darker.
All right. That was nice of him.
So how do you think the world would react if this happened to everybody that got the virus? If everybody started turning black, everybody would be wearing a fucking mask, a full hazmat suit. That you wouldn't go to the store for anything. Nobody'd be protesting to get their fucking lives back.
Fuck no.
If there was a chant, like all of a sudden, you wake up and it's like you go to piss and all of a sudden your dick's 3 inches longer. You start panicking like, oh, fuck, run to the mirror. No!
No! Fuck, my dad's going to hate me.
I hope he's Dad, don't leave. Oh, that's fucked up.
That kind of is. Sorry.
So-
I apologize for that, folks.
So if that was the case, let's say that you get the coronavirus, what would you do different than you do now? If you get the coronavirus, you turn black.
Yeah. So if I was black or not to get
No,
it, you
like right. If this would happen to everybody,
Yeah.
you catch the corona,
Uh-huh.
it turns you into an African American.
Uh-huh.
Your lips start getting bigger, your nose gets flatter,
Uh-huh.
your hair frizzes.
The first thing I'm doing is putting a fence around the yard, electrified. Nobody's coming in or out. Somehow, some way, I'm getting some seeds, planting a garden. We're in it for the long haul. We're staying home. We're coming out of this white.
Just like I'm picturing, if this happened to everybody, the world would be completely different right now. There'd be no memes. Everybody would just
Be no memes.
you put plywood up on your fucking windows like the hurricane's coming, and we're not even going out to get any fucking food. We're just if one of us isn't going to make it out of this if we run out of food.
No. Oh God. That's. I think you're probably right. There wouldn't be no people begging to go back to work.
No, fuck. And you don't get your. That's what I was going to say. You don't get your stimulus payment until after you turn black.
You don't get your government money till after you're black.
So then the stimulus payment, that would be your reparations for getting the virus then, right?
Yes. Then I would be willing to bet that if this happened, there would be something going through Congress for reparations almost immediately. It's reparations is important, you know.
So if all the like senators and everybody got it and everybody turned black, February, nobody'd have to work. It'd be a national holiday for the entire month. Black History.
Black History Month. Oh God. That's amazing. I wonder if this is real. I mean, I want to know if this is.
Yes, it's real.
It looks official, but it doesn't seem believable.
Well, I may have left off the part where it was reactions to the drugs that they were taking that damaged their liver and
Was it crack?
no, that it does, you're gotten in the wrong order.
Damn. They didn't get enough crack? Is that what it is?
Where are we at here? He told the reporter, when I first gained conscious, especially after I got to know about my condition, I felt scared. Well, no shit.
Well, no shit. It's dark.
Fuck, how would you feel if you wake up in a hospital bed and you look and you're sitting there, you look in a mirror and you're looking at a fucking black man?
God, that'd be so fucking weird, man. I mean, it would be, what do they call that? Poetic justice for me, I guess, or for you.
No, for you, poetic justice would be if you woke up as an old Chinaman.
Yeah, I guess that's right. I don't have nothing against Chinamen. They just sound funny. What? Wait, is that? I said I don't have anything against them, and I said something that I have against them. Damn it! That's so stupid.
I don't have anything against them. They're just short and they can't drive.
Damn it. Oh, my bias is showing. Damn it.
I'm sure they're fine when they're out there in the rice paddies, but you bring them here to the mainland.
Are we the mainland? I never heard it referred to as the mainland. That's awesome. That's what it's going to be from now on. The mainland. I love it.
You've never heard that?
No. I mean, for mainland China, but not for America.
All right. Transition. All right. You are in the fucking crosshairs, buddy.
I just noticed that you put my tweet on the board. What'd you do that for?
Well, let's get into it. So
All right.
I'm going to put it up on the board. I want you to read what you tweeted.
Uh-huh. What, you want me to read what I tweeted?
It's on the screen.
All right. The central argument seems to be that children should be wards of the state, and that the state, not individual parents, should be charged with deciding what is best.
End quote.
End quote. Yeah.
Okay. Please tell me what it is that this was about. I didn't link to the article on purpose. I want you to tell me what your argument is here.
My argument?
Yeah. Why'd you tweet that?
Because there is a Harvard professor that wrote a article about how they should ban homeschooling. There should be a ban in America on homeschooling. You shouldn't be allowed to homeschool your kids. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you disagree with that?
Fuck yes, I disagree with that with every fiber of my fucking being.
So you think that everybody? So I'm guessing by your quoted tweet here.
That's from the article.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But that's what you decided to highlight and share with the world. Okay. The part where should be charged with, or wards of the state, and the state, not individual parents, should be charged with deciding what is best. You think that parents should be able to decide what is best for their kids as far as schooling is concerned.
Yes.
What are you laughing at?
To the thought that you would think anything other than that is laughable.
You're telling me that you don't think you think that you have the knowledge and the wherewithal to decide how your kid should be educated more so than the professionals.
Yes.
And you think that goes to all parents. All parents should be able to decide if their kids.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
Okay. Fine. I'll let that be. Unrelated to that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's this article that I got.
Okay.
Mother let men rape daughter 3 in return for scrap metal. Shall I continue?
No. How much scrap metal she got is important. How many men there were is important.
So are we talking aluminum?
I mean, if you're talking aluminum, you know how much aluminum goes for? Come on. I mean, especially do they have to melt it down? I mean, come on. You know, there's a lot of variables here.
If it's already been separated and melted, go ahead, have at it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Chances are the kid's not going to remember it anyways. I mean, yeah, I don't see a problem here. I know you're trying to poke holes in my argument, but it ain't working. You have to try harder than that.
No, dude, this went way better than I could have anticipated.
All right. Oh man. So you know that they're having a I don't know what they call it, like a symposium or whatever, where they get all the people at Harvard get together and talk about homeschooling and how terrible homeschooling is for America. They're having like a 3-day event with all kinds of speakers against homeschooling.
Good. It's fucking horrible. Homeschooling is fucking stupid.
Is it?
Yes.
Why?
Have you met Americans?
I sure have. Lots of them.
Would you trust Americans to educate? Okay, look at your neighbor. Just go outside right now. Take the camera with you. Go out to any one of your fucking neighbor's house. Open the door, and that's who's gonna teach your kids for the rest of the fucking 6 months.
No. I think you've got it backwards. Homeschooling doesn't mean you take your kids to somebody else's house and let them homeschool them. You teach them at your own house. You teach.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that Americans, the general populace, is too fucking stupid to teach anybody anything. Okay, your house, for example. What do you know? You've got no business having kids, much less fucking teaching them.
Okay. I don't agree, but
Which part?
All of it. If you can have sex consensually, then you have business having kids. That's how it works. There's no like, you don't have business having kids. That's not how any of this works.
You're fucking wrong.
And then if you're
okay,
kids,
hold on. No, you can't just say some fucking ignorant ass argument like that and then say and go on to your next ignorant ass argument. You're telling me anybody that is capable of conceiving should have kids?
Should? No. You didn't say should.
That's what it means when somebody says you don't have any business. Like when I say you have no business having kids, that's the same as me saying you shouldn't have kids.
Yeah, but that's you deciding that. And
yes.
You don't get to decide.
I know I don't get to, but I should be able to.
You personally?
Yes.
All the births have to go through Doug.
All the applications.
Awesome.
All the applications should have to go across my desk.
With pictures? With pictures of just the women. The pictures of the women and pictures of how many teeth are in the husband's mouth.
Fuck, that could end so badly.
It could end badly?
Yes. For the state of the fucking union, man. If I'm sitting here going through applications and it's like, okay, we want to have sex and we are looking to conceive. And then it's like I'm such a cock blocker. There's no situation that I'm going to say I approve.
If somebody else is having sex, you're not having that sex.
Well,
so
if it's some smoking hot chick, it's like, yeah, nobody's going to fucking nail her. Denied.
denied. All the hottest chicks are going to be the ones that don't get to have sex.
And if it's no, because if it's a big fucking hog, it's like, no, you'll regret that in the morning. Denied.
So wait, so that means that 20, 30 years down the road, our whole society is going to be extremely average.
No, it'll be gone. There'll be nothing.
Oh, you're
It'll
not
be
gonna
over.
let anybody have sex.
Nobody has sex.
I thought
Denied.
it was just the smoking hot chicks and the really, really fat chicks are no, but the ones in between are like, yeah, okay, I can see that.
So under the applicant's name, like, her name is whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then under the male applicant's name, they all get scribbled out with my name filled in. Approved.
From now on, you get to be hooked up to one of them milking machines. Your sperm is every single woman gets your sperm.
Denied. I don't want that.
Denied. Don't want that either.
God, that would be horrible.
That would be horrible. I don't know. Would it though? If your whole job was just to lay on your couch and get jacked off?
Well, so when I was laid up in the milking machine, in my mind, I was strapped to a wall. I wasn't just hanging out on my couch with a fucking blowjob machine strapped to me.
That's how I would do it. I wouldn't even have you know what? I can do this manually. It's cool. This is manual labor. We're gonna get it taken care of.
So if I'm the one setting up the milking operation, you
oh boy. Am I a delivery man?
No, you're the one that's got a what's that called when you like siphon it out, like get the flow going,
like out of a snake, like a snake bite.
like you're stealing gasoline in a trailer park.
Perfect. That's awesome.
So if you're one of the prisoners and I'm milking you for all your man seed, I would probably have somebody with really large fingers just milk your prostate.
Why do they got to be large fingers? Come on. Help a guy out here, man.
No, I want you to feel it.
This is how we get the maximum amount of milk.
Were we talking about homeschooling?
Yep. we still are. Kids got a lot to learn. How are they? They're not going to learn this in public school. I think if our podcast
Okay, see,
should be,
no. This
should be
conversation
mandatory listening.
This conversation we just had is why you shouldn't be allowed to have why you shouldn't be allowed to homeschool.
Yeah. Why?
Like if you were to tell me off the air, no fucking ribs, no jokes, no gimmicks, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You just said, "Hey, so we've pulled my kids out. We're just going to homeschool them permanently."
Yeah.
My first reaction would be, well, his kids are going to end up living off the state.
Well, no. So you have no credible information to back that up because
I've known you for fucking 5 years or 10
okay,
years or something.
Something. Yeah, it's been a long time. 8 years, 9 years. So anyways, but you no. I disagree.
Which part of it?
All of it, the whole 9 years, everything.
We don't even know each other.
We don't even know each other. I disagree. So I think I think you're wrong about that.
Okay.
It's important to me that my kids don't live off the state. I don't want that. So that would be goal number 1, in school. Okay, today's lesson: don't live off the state when you get older. That's
If you were a homeschooler, like a homeschool teacher,
yes.
I suspect that every lesson would end up with, and that's why capitalism is destroying the world. Dad, this is supposed to be music appreciation.
Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. That's
Right. So I'm sure that, how can I say this with some couth?
don't worry about it. I mean, the couth. You can say it. Just don't worry about saying it with couth.
I suspect
Uh-huh.
that your kids are very well mannered.
Pretty much, yeah.
I suspect
Mhm.
that your kids are not perverted.
No.
I also suspect that they get all of their traits from their mother.
Not all of them.
Most of them, yeah.
Most of them, yeah. Most of the good ones. I mean, yeah. So in this scenario that you've laid out, my wife would be the one homeschooling. I'll take a back seat to the homeschooling. I think that most people, okay, some people would do a better job of schooling their kids than public schools. I honestly do believe that there are shitty.
No question.
The
No
schools are
question.
shitty. Right.
There is no question in my mind that some people would do a better job schooling their kids than the education that kids get in public schools.
Right.
That's not what's up for debate.
I also think that number is higher than what you think.
Let's call it 30%.
I'd go higher than that probably.
No fucking way. There's no fucking way that 30% of the homes in this country. Okay. Start a Facebook, go on Facebook and start scrolling through all the bullshit you see from all these fucking people that have all this time to be on Facebook and then say, okay, they're going to teach my kids. And there's no fucking way that 30% of the people, 30% of the population has the fucking sense to teach things that are important. They'll
Like
teach
what?
them
Okay. So what are we talking about that's important?
trigonometry.
All right. You don't think more than 30% of the population could teach their kids trigonometry? Wait.
So-
Back up. First of all, you think trigonometry is important.
It is important
For what?
to trig. Hey, have you ever heard anybody said I need to trig this out? Yes or no?
Yes.
They couldn't do that without trigonometry.
Right. But I feel like I'm in a unique situation. So how is trigonometry going to help my kids' YouTube career? Because that's what my kids are doing. They're going to be YouTubers.
Because you got to figure out trajectories, right?
Right.
What is trajectory?
Money up. That's the trajectory.
You need your career to go at a 35-degree angle.
Oh, man.
You made me lose my fucking point. God damn it.
That was my point. Oh, God.
I just assumed that I would have won the argument.
Probably.
Okay, yeah. So where I don't know where I was, but I know where I'm at now.
All right, go ahead.
So do you really think that there should be no qualifications to be able to homeschool your kid? Now, try to get away from the government's ruining my life mentality and just look at it of the sake of the kids. Just because somebody is a parent doesn't mean that they are qualified to teach.
So we fundamentally disagree on a few things. So yes, I think if you have kids, that's it. You have kids, you can teach your kids whatever you want them to learn. You have no responsibility to the greater society to produce kids that, get this job or that job or whatever. You have a responsibility to your kids to raise your kids the way that you feel is right. That doesn't mean that like every kid has to learn trigonometry. I understand where you're coming from, but I have a problem saying yes to that.
Why? Just go, yes.
Yeah. See, it doesn't work. Because the whole idea of school in general is we need to prepare workers. That's not what people are for. That's not what human beings are for. What if you don't want to prepare workers?
Okay, so I don't want to get into this whole conversation about preparing workers, but how else are you supposed to get them out there to have a job?
All right.
How else are you supposed
that's
to?
Totally different than what I was saying.
Right. So your incentive is to get your kid to live off the state, not be able to go out and. 'Cause it has nothing to do with preparing workers. It has to do with giving them the ability to support themselves.
No, you are wrong. You have it backwards. So if
Okay,
you-
support themselves. you giving them the ability.
No, you had it backwards. Now you have it frontwards, damn it. So if you homeschool your kids and you do it right, your kids will be more inclined to do what they want to do first and find a way to make money doing what they want to do. The other way around is everybody goes through 12 years of school and then they go through 4 years of college and then they kind of decide, they float around and decide, and then they fall into something. We should be pushing kids to do things that they want to do first and finding a way to make that living for them.
You're wrong. Whatever. I think you can go to like episode 8 and hear this conversation in its entirety.
Go to what?
Episode 8. We've already had this discussion.
Yeah, I know.
You were wrong then too.
No. I think that all right, this is the one serious thing I'm saying. If we lose the ability to homeschool our kids because of this coronavirus, if they somehow, some way make it illegal, we will be setting our whole culture and society back. So, I mean, we will lose so much.
I don't think that we should take away the ability to homeschool. I think that we should figure out who's capable of homeschooling.
Who gets to figure that out?
I do. When I'm not allowing people to have sex, I'm telling them if they can school their kids.
So it's all like kind of you're looking at the whole picture here.
No, okay.
Education and sex.
Yes. So if your mind is like a shit.
like a shit.
So when I ask a question and say, okay, so we need to decide who can, there should be a litmus on if you can homeschool your kids or not.
Mm-hmm.
Your mind is, well, who's going to be the one to decide it?
No. I mean, that is what I said to you, but in my mind, the process that I went through is if we decide who can homeschool and who can't, that means that somebody gets to decide that, no, you're not good enough to homeschool your kids.
Right.
And that's fucked.
No, it's not fucked.
You had kids. You're not allowed to teach them. We are going to take them from you for 8 hours a day, and we are going to teach them what we think is important. That is fucked.
That's not fucked, Anthony. That's how it should be. There's people out there that should not be allowed to have the responsibility of prepping their kids for the rest of their life.
Wrong. You couldn't be more wrong about that. Huh?
Are you capable of teaching your kids?
Yes.
No, you're not. You already told me you're not. You said your wife would do it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then me personally, maybe not.
Okay,
maybe.
so if you're
it'd be a hard decision, but I mean, it's not just me. I'm married. I have a wife. We have a family. We can take care of it.
You do. Your wife is going to leave you. We all know that. Everybody knows it. And when she does, she's leaving the kids with you.
Oh.
And then your dumbass is going to be stuck there fucking trying to teach them. And you're going to be going, I don't know what trigonometry means. I think it's
know what trigonometry is.
Geometry. No.
Some kind of science. It's a soft science.
Yeah. Anyway, soft science for your soft body.
It kills me to argue with you about this because what you're saying is that the government needs to take away people's rights, and it just kills me. It kills me to have these arguments, man. If you have kids, how is the government or anybody? Okay, let's leave the government out of it. How is anybody more able to decide what's better for your kids than you? They are your kids, right?
No, not right.
No, they're not yours.
Have you ever heard it takes a village to raise an idiot or something?
Yep.
There are kids.
There are kids. Oh, God. I wish you would have pulled up the article because, I mean, some of the arguments that she makes in this article are hilarious. The article is all about how homeschooling kids just breeds white supremacy. It's just, we need to get rid of homeschooling to get rid of white supremacy.
That makes sense to me. Wait a minute.
That makes sense to me.
What was it?
That's because you went to a public school.
Was it get rid of homeschooling that solved racism?
Yeah, basically.
What kind of fucking classes? Like,
So okay, we could take this in a whole different direction.
let's do it.
So this has been in the works for years and years and years, and now that there is a pandemic where kids are not in school, I think that the people that are pushing this plan through are seeing that the parents are going to realize that they don't need public school, which public school is just mainly indoctrination of, communist way of thinking. And once they start pulling their kids out of school, even a little bit, then they start to lose control of the next generation of kids. That's what's happening. And they're scared.
I was going to argue with you when you said, it's just the indoctrination of the, you're starting to go into your fucking stupid ass bullshit, conspiracy minded crap.
It's not conspiracy.
And then I'm sitting here thinking, okay, so first thing you do when you go to school, say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
You are pledging allegiance, your life to this flag.
Uh-huh. Right.
to this country. Country before individual.
Every day. Drilling it into you every day.
Yeah, all right. Fuck this. I'm done with this conversation. Which is why I was going to say, which is why you shouldn't homeschool. That don't make sense.
Perfect. I'm not saying everybody should homeschool. I'm saying that everybody should do what they feel is right for their child. That's what I think.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I don't care about I don't care what they feel is right for their child. I care that we get all these kids off of living off the state, and homeschooling causes that.
What?
And racism.
So, I didn't realize that on this show we could just make things up because,
Are you fucking kidding me?
What? That we can't just make things up?
Yeah, are you out of your fucking mind?
You just made that up. I want to see your sources.
I swear to God that you are so fucking retarded.
Oh, how's that?
I've been making shit up for 3 fucking years.
That was the joke, dum-dum.
So all right.
Oh my God.
Moving on. Transition.
Transition out.
All right. Missouri court says it's okay to call a gay employee cocksucker and ask if he has AIDS.
Whoa. It is? Like the court actually said those words? That's awesome.
Hear ye, hear ye. All rise.
Cocksucker.
A state appeals court ruled against a worker who claims he was fired for being gay, saying the Missouri Human Rights Act only covers gender and not sexual orientation. So is this a little bit of the man getting back?
Hold on. I got to read this article. I got to read this headline again. Missouri court says it's okay to call a gay employee cocksucker and ask if he has AIDS. It's okay. So how would this be the man getting back? Like, the man, like the government.
No, like men, we're not all foo-foo anymore. You're allowed to call cocksuckers cocksucker. Like, it seems like it should be illegal to call straight men cocksuckers.
What? What? Like that's a libel or slander
Yes.
or whatever? So I think you can't make that illegal because then that means that cocksucker is a negative connotation and we can't have that, right?
Okay, is there anything more negative you can think of than a cock in your mouth?
No. Well,
right.
Well, yeah, cock in my ass might be more negative, I guess. You cockasser.
Cockfucker.
God.
A state appeals court ruled against a worker who claims he was fired for being gay, saying the Missouri Human Rights Act only covers gender and not sexual orientation. A Missouri appeals court has ruled that an employer did not violate the state's human rights law by calling a gay employee a cocksucker and asking if the man had AIDS. You cocksucker, you got AIDS.
I gotta know what this business is. I bet it was a bakery.
James Pittman sued the Kansas City-based Cook Paper Recycling Corporation last year.
Damn it. So close.
Dunder Mifflin,
It was Dunder Mifflin. Yeah, that makes sense.
alleging that he was fired in 2001 after 7 years after the company because he was gay. According to a lower court, had previously dismissed Pittman's lawsuit, and a 3-panel judge above. Who cares? Oh, well, we got to the funny part. No matter how compelling Pittman's argument may be, and no matter how sympathetic this court or the trial court may be to Pittman's situation, we are bound by the state of law as it currently exists, which, noting that Missouri's law only bans discrimination based on race, color, religions, national origin, sex, ancestry, age, or disability. So you could call him a cocksucker. You just can't.
You can't call him an old cocksucker or a cocksucker in a wheelchair.
You crippled cocksucker. Quit being gay and walk.
Oh, it says Pittman accused Cook Paper president Joe Jordan of making discriminatory comments about his sexuality. So it was the president of the company comes out and calls you fucking cocksucker. You would think the president of the company has something better to do than come out and libel his employees.
So it's not libel.
No, I know. It was a joke.
If there's one thing we don't joke about here, it's business practices. It's like you're just making shit up.
Are you kidding me? I've been making shit up for 3 years.
That's the joke, dum-dum.
Don't call me a dum-dum. That hurts my feelings. Oh, my God.
Oh, we are almost done. I'm gonna do this.
All right. Depends
So
on
I've got
what
to
this
share
is.
my screen to play this video.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Hold, please. All right.
All right.
Share screen.
All right.
Share audio.
All right. Okay.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
So the setup to this.
I hear myself. It's like I got double.
All right. Don't talk.
Okay.
The setup to this is these ladies at a park pushing her kids on the swing, and this cop comes up because they're not social distancing. Acknowledge?
Yes.
All right.
Because you guys aren't listening. I just told you exit the playground area. It's
But
easy.
we're not trespassing. Are you gonna
Ma'am.
cite everyone for not social distancing
Ma'am.
over here?
Ma'am.
Are you going to
Ma'am. You have 5 seconds.
arrest me for being in the car? Do it. Record it.
Okay, this is not. Officer, you don't want to do that. Officer, you don't.
You're being detained.
Am I being arrested or detained? Am I arrested or detained? Someone call Idaho Freedom Foundation right now and get them on the phone.
Call now. I'm recording. Someone else call. Okay, can you call? Her kids are here.
What the fuck? Her kids are here. What the fuck?
All right. So this is like the perfect example of some fucking cocksmoker that shouldn't be a cop.
Right.
I don't remember what it was that he said.
You have 5 seconds.
Huh?
Whenever a cop says you have 5 seconds to comply, fuck
I can
that.
tell you from experience that means that you either start listening or it's going to hurt. All right. Hold on.
What are we holding on for?
I was watching it again. I guess I didn't realize that you couldn't hear it. Sit here and watch me watch this.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah. I lost my fucking train of thought. Sorry. So jump in there. Like,
What are we jumping in? I think so. The idea that the lady is out there pushing her fucking kids on the swings, and you are going to take her to jail. It just speaks fucking volumes about what the hell is going on here.
Don't you think that he was in the right he should have just went up and tased her?
I always think that, but it doesn't matter what the situation is. You're with your kids, you're getting tased.
If there's a law, if you want to live in this country, you should follow the laws. You shouldn't stand up for what you believe, these made up rights that the government allows you to have.
Right. Agreed.
I'm not even going to attempt to try to bait you into this same conversation.
Hey, I appreciate that.
God, like I hope he got fired. I hope he got raped and then fired.
I bet he got a raise. I mean, probably a bonus. Good job arresting more single moms today with their kids while they're pushing them on the swings. We can't have that. Getting criminals off the streets.
Kaya sent me an article. It was from Australia. They had a helicopter with a thermal camera, and they caught 3 kids up on a roof of a building, not social distancing.
Oh my God.
And I don't mean that for a metaphor for like fucking or anything. They were just sitting there.
Just sitting there. Not how long before this virus is over and not social distancing just means just being out doing nothing, right? And they just arrest you. Well, that's what's happening now. When does that stop? You're out. You're under arrest.
Okay, so do you? I don't want to stay on this.
Mhm.
Do you think that social distancing slows down the spread of the disease?
Well, of course.
Then why would you not want to do that?
Because the same reason you would not want to social distance, it's not a matter of not wanting to do it. If you want to social distance, social distance. It's a matter of the government forcing you to do it and taking you to jail if you don't.
Right. You just have a problem with authority.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so
Right,
should you, but you don't.
No, I do what they know what's best.
Right. You are 100% right. I mean, I do.
Yeah, and that's something because you're not wired right.
No. It's because I'm wired right and everybody else is wired wrong.
Everybody else in the world?
Yes, you shouldn't want to have people tell you what to do.
I don't want to have people tell me what to do.
You need it.
But I don't need it. But if somebody makes a suggestion that I agree with, I don't go against it just because they're in a place of authority.
Okay.
That's why you have the job that you have.
So then if somebody, what?
I don't know.
So he said, I don't know. So, all right, next flu season, if somebody recommends that you social distance, and if you don't social distance, if you don't follow my recommendation, I'm going to arrest you.
No, that
you're
you're just making asinine comments. It's not a recommendation.
You called it a recommendation.
No, I could recommend you suck my dick. That doesn't mean that you're going to do it. If the law says that you suck my dick, then bitch, get over here and start sucking. Or I'll give you a ticket.
So you're talking out of two sides of your mouth. You said, I'm upset because somebody recommends something that I agree with and I don't want to follow it because they told me to.
No,
but this is
because
not a recommendation.
Because if somebody in a place of authority gives you a new rule,
yes,
you refuse to, you do everything you can to buck the system instead of just falling in line like the rest of us walking into the gas chamber.
Right.
Yeah. You never would have made it at Auschwitz, buddy.
Yes, I would.
Don't tell me.
Don't tell me what I would have done.
All right. The last thing I want to talk about is, did you see this board game that Access Denied put together?
God, well, I'm like out of the loop. What the fuck is going on here?
All right. So if you go back to your screen where I'm at.
Okay.
So I took a screenshot. This is from Steam or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he made a game called Guess Who's Right.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's like the Guess Who board game.
Yep.
With a bunch of characters from the show. Our show.
Our show, yeah.
All right. So what I wanted to do, I don't know, can you see these?
Yes.
All right. I wanted to see, you know what, let's do our new patrons first.
Okay.
And then I want to talk through these. And this is probably going to go on for a little bit. But
okay. There's a,
All right, there's a butthole there. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So I'm jumping back over to our new patrons.
All right.
And we're going to shout out the ones that we picked up this week
All right.
over at patreon.com/who's right for several bonus episodes every month.
Several bonus episodes every month. All right.
All right. So here's how I figured we'd do this.
Okay.
I am thinking, one, it appears that we made this shit up because there's an Anthony and a Douglas on there.
I bet it's the same guy that signed up twice because that's what I would do.
I was thinking that the volume of our voice would correlate to which tier that they signed up for.
Okay.
All right. So I'll go first.
Okay.
Sametry.
Phoenix.
Kaylee.
Hunter.
Gappy.
Nicholas.
Joe.
Anthony.
Douglas.
Tom.
Nightmare Dashy.
Grant.
Kyle. See, isn't that better?
Yep. Better. Better than if it would have been worse.
You know, we can always go back to, just think if you would have had to write all these, I'm sorry, if the private investigator.
If we would have had to pay a private investigator to investigate all these.
Yeah. All right. So I want to talk through this this board game. Get
Yeah,
this back up on the screen.
Thank you for donating on Patreon. We appreciate it. Yeah. I just want to
So-
say thank you.
We will jump into the after show chat as soon as we get done with this, which we do on patreon.com/who's right. All right, here we go.
All right.
All right. Thanks everybody. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
I didn't know we were cutting it.
Well, we never know what we're going to do. Okay. So, all right. So the show's over with now. So I don't have to worry about keeping shit going.
Okay.
Okay. So the top left,
Yes.
like, do you think you could just go through all these?
I could go through probably 90% of them.
Shouldn't we know what is in our fucking game? Like, shouldn't we have had some fucking say in this?
So, okay. So there's,
Just answer the question.
yes, we should, but I'm seeing one that sticks out to me as should not be on here. We have never once talked about him.
Who?
Tyler, the Creator.
Who's that?
That would be 1, 2, 3 over and 1 down.
You get this shit off our fucking game. Oh, it's
And-
oddball.
That's not oddball. That's Tyler, the Creator. So, and who's the guy all the way in the far right corner?
Up or down?
Up. Top,
John.
Top right corner. That's John?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even recognize him. All right. And I don't know what the one next to John is.
Sad face.
Sad face? Just a regular old sad face?
Is whose butthole is that? That like it I assume Juliet.
Yeah. And I'm assuming the dark picture is Brady
Yeah.
at the bottom.
And then there's Pony the prostitute.
Mm-hmm. And then
Roxy's in there.
Roxy, and then the one that called me unfuckable. And then who else we got?
Crispy's in there.
Crispy's in there. There's Carl for some reason. I don't know.
Because I think we interact with him quite a bit. I think we just played a half hour of his fucking show.
Hopefully he sues us. There's fucking Lady MAGA and Wing Wong, which I would say that most people wouldn't be able to pick Wing Wong out because that's his Twitter avatar or whatever. But like, that's pretty deep to be able to pull that out. You know what I mean?
So I don't even know how to play Guess Who.
I don't either.
All right.
I think we just played it, didn't we? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, who's this guy? I don't know.
All right, I will I'll try to remember in the episode when I publish it.
Mhm.
I'll put a link to the game if anybody wants to play it.
Oh, there's an actual link to actually play the game.
Yeah, it's a fucking game. I thought I said that when I said there was a fucking game.
Yeah, I just figured a game. You just put some pictures up, and here's a game. I didn't know it was an actual game.
Right. So we're going to get on there and play on the Tabletop Simulator on stream.
Yeah.
So somebody made a game, a Who's Right game.
Gotcha.
You're impossible.
Hmm.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.